Hello and welcome to this BioLibraryField University. You are very welcome to this place, the library in the universe. I don't know if you are aware about all the energy that's all around you, everywhere. It's everywhere, and in this millionaires of stars and everything energy, there's a lot of information. And that information I'm going to talk about, it's a library. It's quite like a Google or internet or whatever you may call it. It's a lot of information just streaming all around you, everywhere, all the time. If you think about it, there's a lot of thoughts that you have in your mind, and every thought that you have is going to be some energy, and that energy is read by the information of the universe. So we may not just read information from each other, from what we say or do, but actually what we think about. And when we start to think about something, we start some energy move around, and then you also have your feelings. And when you connected your thoughts with your feelings, that's high quality information and energy, and that energy will surround you all over the time. What you see in your life is actually what you have created. You have created it with your thoughts, you have created it with your feelings, and you have created it with every information that you have gathered, collected together with all other people and all the rest of the universe. It is magnificent. Maybe you are not aware about what you have created because you have never thought about this before. But I can assure you that every thought that you have is going to make some changes in the way you feel, act and do. And when you are stubborn enough to repeat all these thoughts that you have and think it over and over again and feel the same thing over and over again, it started to manifest. And then it will go out from you, from your energy field, into this energy that's all around us, and it will travel away, far away, and it will react. It will react because it will together collect something that is almost like the ones you think and thought. And that's where the attraction is going to be. And then you started to attract something. The problem is that we usually don't know what we actually think and thought and what we have created. So suddenly things happen to us and we said, I haven't created this, I don't know anything about this, what on earth is this? But I can assure you, you have. You have done it, but you haven't done it in your mind. You have done it in your subconsciousness. You have done it in your unconsciousness. And we will find out a lot more of this. As I told you, you are energy. All included your spirit, your soul, your body, your thoughts, and your mind. Everything, all of that, is you and its energy. So let us find out what we can do with this old energy and what you actually can change about it and how it's really working. Let's start with your thoughts. Every thought that you think, will create a pattern in your molecules. When you think thoughts that's similar to each other, it will create more than just pattern in your molecules. Anyway, this pattern will then decide what you think about something when you meet it in life once again. And that's when it shows if the pattern are working with you, with your wishes, or against you, or against your wishes. It is the same thing with your feelings. It happens to create pattern when you feel things. Not in the same place as your thoughts, but it will create pattern. That pattern will decide how you are reacting on similar things that you met before, and either it will work along with your wishes or against it. Not only that, thoughts and feelings together will be a kind of a radio station, sending signals all over the world saying, "I want more of this." This signal has no valuation whatsoever. It just says, "I want more of this." So, if you have more negative emotions and thoughts about money, for example, then you have positive emotion and thoughts. So guess what? The equation of this math says that person wants more negativity about money. So that is what you get. Real easy, don't you think? So let's start somewhere. Between your inner cells, it seems to be some empty space. I suggested that empty space are full of information. Science has said that in every 1 cubic millimeter it is a huge amount of energy. And in every cell there are 1 multiplied with 10 heighted, I think it's called, megabyte information traveling every second. That's an awful amount of information, and information is also a kind of energy. I asked myself, what do information do with my body? It turns out that it does much more than I ever thought about. According to Bruce Lipton, biologist of beliefs, he found that your perception is all about your information. According to Candace Perth, physiology of emotion, she found out some similar thing. According to Dr. Emoto, he wrote the book The Message of the Water. We can see he has photographed what happens with any water molecules that have given information. All this seems to point out for us that every information makes your molecules react and organize themselves after that information. And that reaction means patterns. Bruce Lipton found that every cell's outer layer has a pattern, and when you look with your perspective of things, informations that gets to you, your cell receive information and take that through the cell wall's pattern. And here is the thing. Your pattern in the cell walls and in your water, inside and outside the cell, are built up with your emotions and your thoughts. That's why everyone reacts different with different kind of food, water, drugs, and so on. Perth Candace found out that when you continuously think almost the same kind of thoughts, your protein change show a pattern. And when you change your thoughts from one direction to another and focused on that for a long time, your protein change
will make a new pattern. The same thing happens with your amino acid, but they are more connected with your feelings. So let me make another example. You think and feel that your life is bad in some way. That make a patterns of, let me say, circles. Then you take some good thing, food, water, drugs, happenings, whatsoever. First you get excited because you could feel the good stuff. But after a while you get back to the bad situation again. What's happening was that the good stuff had a pattern of triangles. Some of them so small that they could go right through the circle. Perfect. Good reaction. But then your thoughts come along and suddenly the protein change doesn't fit and you feel even worse. If you feel life is good and your pattern of amino acid, protein, cell water has the pattern of triangle, it will fit with a good thing, and wow, everything is going to be good for you. You feel more and more good. In yoga term, I just found out that they mean that when you can organize your energy, thoughts, feelings and body, you are a creator. I agree with that. But I say that you already are a creator, but you may not be aware of it. You create every second. So the yoga has shown to be right. There are so many more that said that something, but in different style. The Secret, for example, tells us about this. A lot of Asians book and so on. I didn't believe them, so I went to a university hospital where you could measure the brain's waves and where you could see the brain's activity. And here is what I found with them. If you think the same thoughts in 4 minutes, the wave frequency in the brain changes. After 14 minutes, you could see where in the brain these thoughts uses activated. If you repeated this session each day, you can see in your brain after 27 days that it has been a pattern in your brain. So this is not any magic about this. It is real. Information builds your whole body, along of course with what you do and what you eat. And it is all related to each other, of course. This is all what BioLibraryField is about. Information. How it works, how you can read it, how you can measure it, and how you can do to change it. It can practically change your life and your body.